Hi, welcome to my ArcMap tutorial for digitizing a map. In this tutorial, we will learn about automated digitizing using ArcScan. Finally, we will learn about some techniques to help ArcScan do its job properly. Without further ado, let's jump right into ArcMap. This time we are going to import a high quality image in ArcMap. As it is good in terms of quality, we can use automated digitizing tools in ArcMap. The tools are contained in ArcScan toolbar. We can get the toolbar from here. But we can see that we cannot choose the source layer for it because it needs some prerequisite. At first, we need to make a polyline shapefile. Then we must start editing the polyline. Even after that, if the option is unavailable, we must go to the symbology of the raster layer, then choose classified option to make the data classified into two classes 0 and 1. After that, we can see the option is available. At first, we have to enable preview in vectorization option. We can see that ArcMap is smart enough to detect the lines now. It is quite interesting, right? But we can see that it is also detecting the numbers as lines. We do not want that. Let's see how to fix it. For the sake of this tutorial, I am making the preview line thicker. We can see clearly that ArcMap thinks that the numbers are to be digitized too. Now to fix the issue, let's enable raster cleanup and enable the raster painting toolbar. The toolbar is like Microsoft Paint. Here is brush tool, brush size option, eraser size option. The most interesting tool is the magic eraser tool, which erases the probable unimportant things. If we click on anything small, it deletes it whole. We may be tempted to do magic erasing on the whole map, but doing so will delete the whole map. So we have to do little by little. Then we can clean the numbers and get satisfactory results. Let's learn about another approach. This time we will use cell selection tools. We can choose cell by its area. We don't know the area, so let's say it's 100. We can see that it selected connected cells of area under 100 pixels. We can erase the cells from here. Also, we can increase the area to select more. Doing so, we can erase the large numbers. We can see a part is not selected. We can manually delete it or increase the area. At last, we can go to vectorization option and select generate features option. Now, the features are included in the line layer. It is in line type now. As we have learned from previous tutorial, we can convert it to polygon by using feature to polygon tool. We can number the polygon just as we learned in the previous tutorial. A thing to notice is that the method we used has worked because we used a high quality image. If we didn't use any high quality image, the ArcScan would fail. Now let's jump into an interesting section in this tutorial. In the previous tutorials, we have learned many things. We learned many tools, many tips and tricks, but those tools itself cannot do anything. We do the main work. We must choose what we want and use the tools according to our need. One tool can do only one thing, but many tools can be used together to do many complicated tasks. Let's try to do a real world project using our knowledge. Let's see the question. In this project, we are given the following spatial datasets with LCC projection for Teknaf Purosabha. We have the administration boundary, the road and structure layer. The first problem asks us to find out the total number of structures based on their land use categories for each ward within a distance of 20 meters from the road. Now let's solve the first problem. As we are interested to the structures only within the range of 20 meters from the road polygon, let's use select by location tool. Here we can tell ArcMap to choose from layer structure from road layer within 20-meter distance. Now the polygon with the criteria is selected. We can create a new layer from the selected features. Here in this layer there are only the polygons which are within 20-meter distance. We are one step closer to our destination. Let's see the question again. We can see that we need to categorize them according to the word number. So we have to somehow add the word number inside the attribute table of our layer. We can do so by using spatial join. Let's do it. Using spatial join, we can add word number to only those polygons that intersect it. Now we can show the label of the polygons words. We can see it properly added. We can remove unnecessary columns if we want or leave them as it is. If there was no area column, we could add a new field and select Calculate Geometry tool to calculate the area of each polygon. Now, this is the table with all the necessary ingredients for the solve. Let's open Excel and copy paste all the records from the attribute table to Excel like this. After that, let's make a pivot table of the data. We want to see the area based on word ID and land use. So we have added word ID to the columns and land use to the rows. Let's check the question again. We can see that they asked for count of structures. So we can select the count instead of sum. This is the solution. But we can see there are some structures without any word ID. Let's inspect it. We can see it has FID of 3173 and 3174. Let's search for them in ArcMap. We can see that the structures are actually outside of word boundary. That's why it has no word ID. Makes sense, right? So we can ignore the structures with no word ID, and this is the solution. Let's solve the second question. Here we are asked to calculate the percentage of road based on road area as per their road type for each word. So we need the road area, road type, and separated by word number. So let's dissolve the road layer and aggregate it with the type column. Now we have only three types of road. To add the word number in it, we can use the identity tool. As the tool clips the layers, we will use boundary layer as input features and use our new road layer as identity features. We can see in the attribute table that there is only one type of road included in the result. It is because that polygon was maybe selected, so ArcMap worked only on that layer. Do not get frustrated in these times because we may face many types of problems when doing a project. We need to be calm and observant and try to fix the issues. So let's deselect the polygon and run the tool again. Now it has worked. Here we can see the 0, 1 and 2 in FID road ID. This indicates that the polygon is from the road layer, while -1 means it is not from the road layer, so it is just land, not the road. Let's add a area column and calculate area just to be safe. Now let's copy everything just like before and paste it in Excel and make a pivot table. Let's see the question again. We need the percentage of area of road separated by its type and word number. As we need the area, let's add it to the values field. Then we need the word number to the rows and type to the columns. We can see there are some polygons with no road type. We know that these are actually empty land. I mean any land except the roads. If we want to see their percentages, we can open the value field settings of the area and go to show value as percentage of row total. Now we can see the empty area of word number 1 is 98% and there are 1.01% local road, 0.8% primary road and 0.09% secondary road. If we want to see only the roads, we can just filter them out from column level drop down menu as we did in the first solve. So we can see Excel is very useful to use along with ArcMap. We have solved two problems today and I hope this will inspire you to solve more. I hope you learned something new today. See you in the next tutorial.